ओम साई राम। अनंतकोटि ब्रह्मांड नायक राजाधिराज योगिराज परब्रह्म श्री सच्चिदानंद सद्गुरु साईनाथ महाराज की जय। Chapter 5. Return with Chand Patel's marriage party. As hinted in the last chapter, I shall now describe first how Sai Baba returned to Shirdi after his disappearance. There lived in the Aurangabad district, Nizam state, in a village called Dhoop, a well-to-do Mohammedan gentleman by name Chand Patel. While he was making a trip to Aurangabad, he lost his mare. For 2 long months he made a diligent search but could get no trace of the lost mare. After being disappointed, he returned from Aurangabad with the saddle on his back. After travelling 4 kos and a half, he came on the way to a mango tree under the foot of which sat a Ratna, queer fellow. He had a cap on his head, wore kafni, long robe, and had a satka, short stick under his armpit, and he was preparing to smoke a chilim. On seeing Chand Patel pass by the way, he called out to him and asked him to have a smoke and to rest a little. The fakir asked him about the saddle. Chand Patel replied that it was of his mare, which was lost. The queer fellow or fakir asked him to make a search in the nala close by. He went, and the wonder of wonders, he found out the mare. He thought that this fakir was not an ordinary man, but an avalia. He returned to the fakir with the mare. The chilim was ready for being smoked, but 2 things were wanting: fire to light the pipe and water to wet the chapi. The fakir took his prong and thrust it forcibly into the ground, and out came a live burning coal, which he put on the pipe. Then he dashed the satka on the ground, from whence water began to ooze. The chapi was wetted with that water, was then wrung out and wrapped round the pipe. Thus everything being complete, the fakir smoked the chilim and then gave it also to Chand Patel. On seeing all this, Chand Patel was wonderstruck. He requested the fakir to come to his home and accept his hospitality. Next day, he went to the Patel's house and stayed there for some time. The Patel was a village officer of Dhoop. His wife's brother's son was to be married, and the bride was from Shirdi. So Patel made arrangements to start for Shirdi for the marriage. The fakir also accompanied the marriage party. The marriage went off without any hitch. The party returned to Dhoop, except the fakir alone stayed in Shirdi and remained there forever.